Around about a year ago, I uploaded this video here about how I thought the harvester from Doom 2016 could work within Doom Eternal's Horde mode. Since then, I received a fair amount of criticism about this concept. Some good, some just missed the point entirely, but I thought it was awesome to see regardless. Seeing that over 7,000 people saw my little concept and wanted to give feedback is the most amazing thing ever. It showed me that I missed a lot of what made the Harvester so good in Doom 2016, and I've decided to rectify myself. So I introduce to you the Soul Harvester. The name is FooSarr. And finally, I welcome you back to my FooCept series, where I create brand new concepts for your favorite games that hopefully inspire you to become more creative yourself. And as always, feel free to start a discussion in the comments below about this idea. The more criticism, the better. I don't take it to heart. In fact, I welcome it and embrace it, because each bit of criticism will help make the next idea even better. If my old harvester concept is you, then the Soul Harvester is the guy she told you not to worry about. It's more powerful, it's got a lot more flashy attacks, and it will punish you for not being on your A game, just like any other super heavy demon should. But ultimately, it will be fun to fight, and fair, once you learn it. Like the Marauder. Got him! As suggested by multiple comments, the Soul Harvester will become more powerful with each demon you kill by consuming the other demon's souls. This is represented via a noticeable blue flaming glow surrounding the demon, eventually changing its color to purple, then red, before unleashing its Argent Sphere's attack, which I'll get into in just a second. The Soul Harvester will be the only demon entirely immune to the BFG. In fact, it actually benefits from it. While the Unmaker will still be able to deal insane damage to the Soul Harvester, the BFG will be rendered useless. This is because when a BFG shot comes into contact with the Harvester, it will become enraged, and actually have a faster attack speed for 10 seconds. This is because it will then act as a punishment for the get out of jail free card, which is the BFG. Additionally, the Soul Harvester will take slightly less damage from plasma and explosive damage types, and more damage exclusively from the Unmaker. Oh, and bullets are unaffected, they're fine. It will also have a small weak spot on its back, dealing 1.5 times extra damage if you hit it. However, this weak spot cannot be destroyed, meaning as long as you get behind the Soul Harvester and aim at its lungs, you will be able to defeat the enemy much quicker. I believe this adds just an extra little layer of depth to make fighting this demon just that bit more interesting. Soul Siphon Talisman. Randomly, the Soul Harvester will drop these talismans across the arena, acting as small traps for you to walk into. There can only be a maximum of 3 across the arena, and if you come into contact with them, they'll explode, dealing about 40 damage and restoring 40 health back to the Soul Harvester. It's similar to a lot of the reworked cursed ideas I've made on the channel, as sort of a eye for an eye type of attacks. But I think this works well enough as an ambient trap to look out for, rather than a demon-defining mechanic. Soul Scythe. At close range, the Soul Harvester will materialize its Soul Scythe from a blue soul flame and swipe around itself in 180 degrees, and if this happens to hit you, it will deal about 30 damage to you and restore 30 health back to itself. I see this attack as a punishment for getting too close to the demon, and possibly a counter to the meat hook lock-on attacks that a lot of players, including myself, rely on to get easy damage out quickly. Soul Shot. After a demon has been killed, its soul will return to the Soul Harvester and instantly be used as a projectile that will slowly move towards you and deal minor damage. This could be your incentive and a punishment for not focusing on the Soul Harvester, and this attack could prove fatal if you decide to attack a large group of fodder demons all at once. I believe that this retaliation attack can also help build better gameplay loops for newer players and solidify better gameplay loops for more experienced players, and overall would help players establish better skills in arena control, which is essential. Argent Spheres. Finally, we're getting to it. Each time the Soul Harvester lands a hit on you, it will slowly begin to build up more and more energy that is visible across its body so the player is aware. Then it will release 3 large, slow-moving spheres of raw Argent energy that will follow you around for 30 seconds, adding an extra layer of pressure. And best of all, acting as another punishment for getting hit. This attack would essentially be the same as the Doom 2016 multiplayer attack, but they'd move a little bit slower and deal a little bit more damage, kind of like the large sphere attacks you see in Elden Ring. Lightning Beam. Just the same as Doom 2016, the Soul Harvester will also be able to channel energy through its hands to zap you for a short while. This electricity will deal low amounts of damage and have a short to medium range, but will slowly build up in damage the longer the electricity is on you. I hate to compare this to a mobile game, but it would work the same as an Inferno Tower from Clash of Clans or Clash Royale, where the longer the damage is sustained without interruption, the greater the damage becomes. Lightning Shards. An expanded concept from the Harvester's origin, the Lightning Shards will be a quick attack that launches 4 to 7 small yellow shards that stick into surfaces and players. After a few seconds have passed, the lightning will strike down onto these locations, dealing moderate damage to the Slayer and obscuring your HUD for 2 seconds. Somehow in a game like Doom Eternal, there is a shocking lack of enemies that have some form of punishment / retaliation attacks to counter you. It may have been in id Software's best interest to keep things this way for most demons, as it will keep the player feeling like an unstoppable power. However, once you've mastered the core gameplay loop, I think just having 1 or 2 enemies to counter your train of thought would keep things fresh, and most importantly, fun. Removing the BFG's retaliation attack was on the top priority for this concept too. It seems like a lot of people didn't like this idea, and taking your feedback, I reworked it into a temporary buff for the demon instead, as I believe it should be able to channel Argent energy in one way or another. But hey, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you thought of this concept in the comments below. Any feedback would be great, because I'd love to get this demon to a level that most people consider is near perfect, so let's start a discussion just as before. Always remember, the name is FooSarr, this is a concept, stay safe, and always remember to think for yourself and be creative. Thanks for watching.